Hello guys, welcome back to my channel VFX Expert. So guys, in this today's class we are going to see how to export camera track from Fusion to Blender. So in our previous class I have tracked this shot inside Fusion, and this is our 3D setup with just type generated from our this camera tracker node inside Fusion. So before starting this class, please watch my previous video, link I have given in the descriptions, how I have tracked this shot inside Fusion. So now just I am going to export this camera track from Fusion to Blender. So inside this viewer, just I have loaded over this merge node and just I am looking through over this camera. So simply just you can go to this camera and just you can select. So by default this will show you here this perspective view if you load this merge node inside over this viewer here. Okay. So now just we have to right click here, then we have to click on camera and just select this camera. So now we are looking through over this camera. Then after this we have to unplug this image plane, or you can say over this footage from our this camera input here. Then after this we have to take a FBX exporter node. So simply press Ctrl and space bar. Now just find FBX exporter. So this is our FBX exporter node. Simply just we have to select and just we have to add into our this flow here. Then after this just we have to select folder where you want to save this FBX file. So here I have selected over this folder. So you can select your folder according to requirement. Then downside just we have to give a FBX file name. And in all type just we have to select this FBX. Now we have to click on save. So now here just I have defined over this file name. Then after this in this format this will automatically take this FBX, and this frame rate this will automatically detect from your project setting or preferences setting. So if you want to check your project setting, then you can click on file, preferences, then this is your composition name or project name. So you can see this one here, and this is your format. So here you will get this frame rate. So same frame rate this will automatically take in our this FBX frame rate here. These are our element which just I am going to export from our this Fusion to Blender. So just untick this light. Even if you want you can also adjust this scene scaling, but on default value just I am going to export this FBX file. Then after this just we have to connect this FBX file with our this merge 3D node. So simply just we can take output from our this merge 3D node and just connect with this FBX. Now just drag and drop FBX here, select this FBX node and just we have to click on this render, and this is your frame range. Now finally just we have to click on this start. So now here just I exported FBX file. Now just we have to open Blender and just we have to import this FBX file inside Blender. Now click on OK. So now we are inside Blender. So just we have to select all these items. So press A and just press delete. Now after this we have to click on file. Then we have to click on import and just select this FBX options here. Now just select your FBX file which just you have exported from Fusion. So this is our folder. So inside this folder just I have saved over this file which is this Fusion to Blender FBX, and just we have to select and just we have to click on import FBX. So now here if you will see, so here just I import this FBX file or Fusion camera track inside Blender. But actually if you will see this is a little bit too small scene here. So before importing, if you want you can scale your scene. So again just press A and just delete all these items here. Now again just we have to click on file, then we can click on import. Then again just select this FBX option and just select your FBX file. Then right side you will get this scale option. So simply just you can type it here. So just type it 100. Now just we have to click on import FBX. Now this scale is sufficient, and this is our camera here, this is ground plane, and these are our two test geometry or reference object which just I created inside Fusion. Then after this just we have to set first our this output settings here. So simply just we have to click here inside this output properties here. Then this is your frame range. Maybe you can type it here 0, 150 frame according to your Fusion timeline or according to your footage range. And this is our frame rate. So remember this one, this frame rate just we have to match your Fusion frame rate. So same frame rate just we have to select here which is 30 fps here. Okay. Then after this just we have to click on this camera view here. So now we are looking through camera view here. So now if you will see here we are not getting anything inside camera view here. So again just we have to click on this camera view. So now we are inside of this perspective view. So if you will see So these are our test geometry and this is our ground plane and this is our camera which is not looking through our all the geometry here. So first we have to adjust our this camera. So for this in our this collections, just we have to open our this camera and just we have to select this camera. Then after this just we have to click on this object property. So downside you will get this delta transforms options here. Now just open this one here and just we have to adjust this scale value. So in our this x-axis just we have to type -1. Same as in g-axis, just type -1. So y value will be same, which is 1. Now again, if you will click on this camera view, so now if you will see, so now we are getting exact same thing as inside Fusion, and these are our ground plane and this is our all two test geometry here. Then after this, just I am going to import our image plane or a background image inside Blender. So for this again, just we have to select over this camera. Then we have to click on this camera properties or you can say object properties. So you will get this background image. Just we have to check this one, open this one, click on add image, then click on open and just select your image sequence. So inside this folder, this is our image sequence. So first we have to select the starting frame, then hold shift and just select last one. So we have to select our all frames here. Then we have to click on open image. So now you can see here this image plane and just select this ground plane and just hide this one here. So now just we can see here. Okay, so here I just type imported about this Fusion camera track inside Blender. Then after this important things here, whichever focal length. So focal length is very important while you are exporting camera track from Fusion to Blender. So for this what we can do, so again just we have to select about this camera. Then after this again just we have to select this object property or camera property here. So inside this you will get this focal length. So same focal length just we have to type it here on which just you have tracked your shot inside Fusion. So now again just come inside Fusion. So now we are inside Fusion. Select this camera tracker node here. Then go to this solve here. So you will get this focal length here whichever is 36.36 mm. So same focal length just we have to type inside Blender. So now again we are inside Blender and here I have selected over this camera. Then this object properties or camera property. So just type it here 36.36. So same focal length just we have to type inside this focal length options here. Now just if you will play and check, so all things are matching here and just type import over this Fusion camera inside Blender. Also adjust this timeline. So maybe now after this just I am going to create one test geometry here. So for this just we can click on add, then mesh and just select this 3D geometry here. Just place into this scene. So here I have selected this one and just scale down. So press S and just scale down it here. Now just enable over this ground plane here. So now if you will see here, so this geometry is just placed into over this scene here and just this is moving according to over this camera movement here. Then after this just you can click on this options here and just you can hide all these maybe access, floor, all these things that you can hide. Even if not, you can also hide this cursor here. So all these elements just you can hide according to your requirements here. Now just simply we can play and check. Then after this just you can import any 3D objects and just you can place into over the scene here. So guys, till here I have completed over this class. So if you like this video, please watch, share, comment and subscribe my channel if you are still not subscribed my channel. So thanks for watching.